Icing on the Crimson will send it back the other way for Dartmouth as we get a look at how these teams match up on paper. The offense, the big thing that both squads worked at over the holiday break, just trying to find a way to get more pucks on net. In a game a couple of weeks ago against Providence, Harvard found some success working in front, doing the dirty work. And over the last week or so, that's been the big emphasis in practice. Can they find a way to do it again tonight? Tip shot comes from the point. Kensley Batchelor threw it on there. Looked like it was tipped along the way. We'll see if it's ruled that way, but it's Batchelor going to lead the charge for now. Dartmouth gets a 1-0 lead less than 2 minutes in.
Oh, big-time assists. Lauren Messier, huge face-off win inside of his zone. Clean. It did absolutely change direction, Jess. Obviously going to depend on who it hit, whether it was somebody in white and somebody in green who's going to get credit for the goal. But looked to me like Davidson had a lot of difficulty trying to track that puck. Quick release, gets by her, and an early lead here for the Big Green.
Well, how about the shot from Kenzie Batchelor up top? She has been so active on offense all 4 years as a defenseman. Third goal of the season, 5th point of the year as well. It was Mia Bonarosa that may have gotten a piece of it on the way by. Either way, if she didn't, what a screen she put on Davidson to let that puck get through. So, Craig, just as soon as you finish saying you can't get down early if you're Harvard, one comes from the point, and all of a sudden, that's where they find themselves.
Something else that sticks out to me about this game, Jess, is the fact that Harvard and Dartmouth don't usually play with the puck a lot, or haven't a lot this season, given the competition that they've gone against. So this will look a little bit different for both teams, likely having the puck much more than they have so far this year. How do they deal with it? Big question still to be answered.
Eva Dorr and Sophie Ensley were trying to work it up ice to the Crimson before going off for a change. It's Eva Dorr's first game back. She's dealing with an injury. Plays really well with Sophie Ensley, and that's why the two are paired up tonight. Dorr ended up last season on the second line center for this Crimson squad, just on the fourth line tonight, trying to find her legs. Laura Bellamy trying to work her back into the lineup, but she will get some juice going, and they're going to need it as Harvard trying to defend here. Big Green coming back the other way. Callie Dixon tried to get it on net, deflected on the way by, works back in front. Dixon find an opening in front. Bridget Pringle was 1-0 with Davidson, but she makes the save. Could have easily been 2-0 in the blink of an eye, but what a save by Davidson. And again, we mentioned it in the open, the way that the ECAC right now shaping up, these two teams really need a win tonight in how the whole standings are shaping out.
Yeah, matchup between two teams hoping to get out of the bottom two in ECAC, really a natural transition point, with it being the new calendar year, of course. And both teams have a lot of belief that they can win not just once here this weekend.
Working it up ice goes Andy Dingus. Just ran out of room with a trio of defenders for the Big Green in the area. Kaylee McDonald recycles, throws it back around, and the Crimson will chase. Working low goes Dingus, trying to work it free into the middle. Gets slung around by the Big Green, but not able to clear. Lester trying to work it back up to the point. Double teams, but McDonald able to get it there. Trying to work it free towards the middle. Lost her footing for a moment when sailing over a stick. Big Green able to hold the Crimson at bay, and the defense finally able to work it out.
A really good change there by Harvard as well. Exchanging one by one inside the offensive zone, getting fresh legs and keeping the forecheck alive.
Kaylee Crawford comes sailing in. She had an opening down in the slot. Got deflected wide. Shot from the top, Jenna McDonald. That one pushed aside. Crimson work it free again, trying to get down in the middle. Here they come one more time. Shot thrown on, saved by Heseva. Maybe one of the best storylines, if not the best, of this entire game. The relationship between the head coaches on the opposing benches. Maura Kroll in her first season with the Big Green after 9 years with Minnesota Duluth, I should say, building the Bulldogs into a powerhouse. Now the expectation for them, a Frozen Four, but wanted to get closer to family. A Mansfield, Massachusetts native, so she decides to come back closer to home, takes over at Dartmouth, and she has loved the way that it has all turned out. Said it was everything and more, being able to hop in the car now and be able to go visit her mom, visit the in-laws, everything else. As a daughter that just started school as well, just loves being part of the Hanover community. So a really special opportunity for her. And Laura Bellamy on the other side obviously knows her really well from everything they've gone through coaching together. Shot from the point, gloved easily by Davidson. And we'll get a chance to check out the aforementioned Coach Bellamy in her second season with the Crimson. Played here, just had such a big impact. Played under Kroll while she was an assistant coach for Harvard. And then the two were assistant coaches together before leaving to go out to Minnesota Duluth, where Kroll was the head coach. And Kroll said that Bellamy is her best friend in hockey. They talk regularly, but Craig, you asked her leading up to this about kind of the relationship coming in, and they were like, it's just been fun. It'll be weird, but there really wasn't much of a rivalry. And Andrew will have a little bit more later on how special that relationship is overall. So we don't want to take too much away from him. That'll be coming up shortly. But a really fun storyline that I'm sure we'll be checking in a lot on tonight. Crimson able to clear the zone, kind of hanging around the blue line there for a moment. Dartmouth skater hit the ice. Hamilton Doster lost her footing. It allows the Crimson to dump it in and get a change. How about the hustle play? Create a turnover for the Crimson. It could have been a bad spot. Dartmouth able to recover. Annie Dingus once again causing some issues in deep for the Big Green. Kayla McDonald cycles it around for Kira Lai, able to clear the zone. Dingus works it up to Brooke Manning, and she lets it go quickly and scores! The wrister ties it up for the Crimson.
Perfect execution here in transition for Harvard and Brooke Manning. A couple of looks coming up for you here. Quickly developing from the red line, 2-on-1, as basic as it gets. If the defender takes away the pass, you shoot it. If they take you away, you pass it. She's taking away the pass there, goes for the shot, goes top corner, far side to beat Hesheva. And we've got ourselves a goal-scoring expedition.
First goal of the season for Brooke Manning. Perfect placement into that top corner. Got to give some credit to Paige Lester, who hustled down to get that 2-on-1 opportunity, created the opening, and Manning finds the back of the net. Here come the Crimson one more time. Emily Hammond pushing the pace. She gets it on net. Gloved easily by Heseva.
And neither team right now seems to be navigating neutral ice very well. Both teams unimpeded through that middle portion of the ice, getting into their opponent's end rather quickly to set up shop. This has been a fun game to watch in the opening 6.5 minutes. Already 13 total shots on goal. A goal aside, doesn't look like these two teams needed too much time. And of course, Dartmouth played Monday, but for Harvard, it doesn't look like a first game back.
Two teams that are near the bottom of the country in shots on goal per game, and already trying to get a flurry of them on.
Yeah, that was sort of kind of what I was trying to hint at earlier when discussing that neither team generally has the puck. It's probably going to be sort of a different feel game than if either of these groups was playing Cornell or Colgate.
Dixon able to tap it along. Gets it into the zone, but quickly back out the other way from the Crimson. Worked free by Doster. Carried into the zone, flung across, no one home for the Big Green. Easy takeaway for the Crimson. Well, Lucia now trying to crash that front of the net. Heseva able to get down on it for the glove. And a little dust up going on behind. Why not? Hockey finally back after the break. See the Crimson just trying to get it in deep. Heseva takes care of it with a couple of Harvard players streaking in there. And Lucia trying to get into it with Meredith Jensen. Flung up from the blue line near the top. Heseba has problem with it for a second. Couldn't find it. She was looking around. And luckily for her, got stuck under the pad. Thought she had lost it for a moment.
Really liking the way that Harvard's moving the puck around in the offensive zone right now. Fluid passing, quick decisions are being made. Tape to tape. Doesn't look like a lot of hesitation, and they're making good decisions when to shoot the puck.
Big Green win the faceoff back. How about Heseba? She started all 15 games coming into tonight. No different, obviously, against the Crimson. It's helped out in a big way and a couple saves already. She's been phenomenal. Maybe we shouldn't be surprised, too. She can solve a Rubik's Cube in under a minute, so the hand-eye coordination, something special.
Has that Czech senior national team experience as well. Anytime you, even if you don't get into a game, just being around those professionals, so much rubs off on you that you can impart to your teammates as well. But especially being a goalie, playing high-level competition like that, you mature pretty quickly.
Coach Kroll saying that you'll notice her when she's playing well. She's not quiet, really likes to play the puck, can get to that pack post as the Big Green trying to do that on offense right there, no one home. Really said that the opening weekend against Penn State, there were so many eyes in the program, especially on her as a first year making her first start. How would she come out? And she was next to flawless. Really said that she kept them in those games. Obviously both of them losses, but gave them a chance to win. And that's all you could ask from your first year goalie, and she has carried that on ever since. Jenna McDonald wins it along the boards and able to keep the zone for the Crimson. Eva Dorr trying to hold it down near the boards, but the Big Green finally able to clear. Hensley works it back up the other way. Her and Dorr going that direction. Dartmouth trying to clear, doing everything they can. Can't quite get it. Kate Kasiku coming around the backside to keep it in. Jenna McDonald wide open on the backside, but they couldn't find her in time. Throws one on net, deflected in front, and Heseba scoops it up.
A couple good reads in a row by Harvard on this forecheck. One was on a pinch, far side to keep the forecheck alive. This is the last take. It hit right in the mask prior to the last shot on that ended that sequence. But I like the way that Harvard has kept these forechecks alive here early on in the first 10 minutes, making it difficult on the Big Green trying to get out of their own end.
It's Vanessa Stamper that got hit right in the middle of that bubble mask there. Protecting her goalie, though. That's all that matters on the way by. Stamper and Lucia on the Harvard side of things actually both played for the same club out of Michigan, the Little Caesars Hockey Club. They both served as captains. They were never actually teammates together on that team, but that leadership coming out from the Michigan program. Big reason that they were able to reach the Division I level here on the opposing sides tonight. Held up along the boards by Mia Beati. Wasn't letting Shea Mesner get anywhere. Good poke check from Batchelor, winning it back for the Big Green, and they got some space on the backside. Here comes Ingles, trying to fight through a couple of defenders in front. Three of them there for the Crimson, able to get a skate on it.
I love that shot from Ingles, going low, far pad, trying to create a rebound with teammates crashing the goal.
Izzy Powell won it back behind the net for the Big Green for a moment, but now held up along the boards. 4 players there, a 5th coming in, and finally Batchelor wins it back out the other way. Kaylee McDonald trying to hold the board near the top of the blue line, able to do it. And Kira Lai will cycle it back out. How about the pass from Lester? Beauty of it right there. Almost had Annie Dingus wide open, streaking in. And we'll get a whistle that will give us our first break of the day. No shortage of action, though. A goal on both sides. We're even at 1. We'll be right back from the Brighton Landry Hockey Center.